So the video that we're doing today is just got back from the Sipsey Wilderness at the Bankhead National Forest between Huntsville and Muscle Shoals, Alabama, and I'm going to do a video on what I brought back, what's in my bag after the fact. So I can talk about some of the things that I thought I was going to need and didn't end up needing, and some of the things that I brought and couldn't have done without. And I like these videos, so this is why I'm doing this video. I like to see what's on other people's gear, and with there being so many of those videos out there, I imagine that a lot of other people like to know what's in the gear. So I'm doing this by myself. If you don't see me in the picture all the time, I don't know what to tell you. Not that good looking anyway. So I'll start with, it's a large Alice pack. I like a large Alice pack. I carried it when I was in the Marine Corps. I like their serviceability. I'm comfortable with them, used to them. I'm a big, if it's not broken, don't fix it kind of guy. So it's probably not the best bag in the world. It's not the worst bag. It gets me what I want. So like I said, if it's not fixed, don't break it. You can spend a lot more, you can probably spend less. I think I paid $25 for this bag at a flea market down the road. So starting with top pockets, some cheap duct tape. Got a Kershaw diamond stone. You keep your knives and your equipment sharp, they stay sharp. You don't need 3 types of stones, you just keep it sharp. Got one of these little jobbies, little flashlight on top, goes red and it flashes. I hang it off of my lines, off my hammock. That way we don't bump into each other in the dark. Got a little mag light. Surprisingly enough, didn't use this at all. I was out for 3 nights and 3 days and didn't end up using the mag light. What I did end up using a lot was simple little Energizer headlamp. I wear it around my neck at night, and that way I can just click it on, click it off. It's there. I can sleep with it on. And I always have a light right there at my hand. So that's in the center pouch of the top 3 pouches. Extra magazine for the 45. Compass. Now, there's a lot of nicer compasses out there. Again, falling back on my military background, this is what I was issued, or something very similar to this was what I was issued when I was in the service. I can shoot an azimuth, I can take my compass readings, etc. Didn't need to use it. It was on the trail. I knew that if I kept the trail on one side, when I turned around, if I kept it on the other side, I wouldn't get lost. Surprise enough, didn't get lost. Alright, third pouch to the right is medicines and bug spray. 100% DEET is my favorite. Some people can't handle it on their skin. Don't spray it on your skin. Spray it on your clothes. Got a little acid reducer pill bottle with some different assorted ibuprofen, that type of thing. Eye drops. You'd be surprised, but if you watch one of our other videos, within 2 seconds of being on the trail, literally, my wife's got a bug in the eye. Eye drops are nice. And a real small roll of pink marker duct tape, just so you can mark what tree you took a left at, what tree you took a right at, and you can pick that back up as you walk back out of the woods. Alright, far right hand pouch. You can see I just got back. I didn't untie anything, didn't prep anything for this video, just threw it on the table. Picked up an old timer. It's a cotton sampler is what this knife is called. It was $3. I didn't do anything to clean it up. I just sharpened it. I don't have leather making tools, so duct tape sheet. Say what you will. Big wad of paracord in different lengths with some different knots on the end, and some construction twine. Used that when we built a tripod. for the wife. An Altoid tin with a fire starting kit in it. Just some fat wood, some lichens that are dried out, some balls of Vaseline, some dryer lint. Didn't use it, didn't have to break into it, but it was there if I needed it. Could have done without the weight, but yeah, like I said, it was there. The pack itself, all total weight 60 pounds, roughly. It wasn't a problem to carry. Used to it, used to a heavier pack, it's not an issue. Here's my fire kit that I always carry. It's got some tinder balls, some jute twine that's been impregnated with different accelerants, and I actually got this Petrocarbo medicated first aid salve. It's basically oil, camphor oil, paraffin, partially hydrogenated rosin, petroleum, and spruce oil. Burns like the dickens, and it's not bad for mosquito bites. I've got that same center pouch bottom, 55-gallon drum liner, Strike Force, which I used exclusively. Love the Strike Force. Can't say enough about it. It's just a great piece of gear. Should have just some of my tent stuff, or rather my shelter stuff. I haven't slept in a tent since I was since I was a Cub Scout, but you still call it tent stuff because that's what you do. So for both myself and my wife, I carried tent pegs. They're Coleman. They fatigue. You can use them 2 or 3 times and they end up needing to be replaced, but it is what it is. In addition to that, look, I know that everybody's got their own opinion. I'm not a big fan of doing reviews. I don't want to do reviews, but it's a Black & Decker handsaw. It cuts wood, does what it's supposed to do. Got a pair of angled pliers. Didn't end up using them, but if I needed a pair of pliers, I didn't have them. I don't like multi-tools. I think you end up using is the needle nose plier part of the multi-tool, and so I don't carry one. So I carry these instead. Not a lot of weight difference, but it is what it is. Bungee strap is just an additional thing. It's nice to have bungee straps in the camp. You can hang your bag, you can hang your gear, something. I mean, how many uses can you think of for a bungee strap? A lot, right? So that's why they're there. Bedroll's on top. I'm not going to unroll it. It is simply what it is. It's a military wool blanket I've had for, well, I've had since 1992 when it was issued to me. It's got a Ozark Trail fleece sleeping bag. Backup knife was the Bear Grylls. Again, a knife is a sharp tool. Is this my favorite tool? Not really. Does it do its job? It sure does. That's all I got to say about the Bear Grylls. Alright, inside, another drum liner. Keeps everything waterproof. On the outside of this, I shoved down my dirty clothes. The clean clothes I would shove down on the inside. So it's dirty. I didn't need it to be with all my other gear. So it's between the outer shell of the Alice pack and the 55-gallon drum liner. But not a lot left to show. Majority of the gear is on the outside, so you can get to it without having to take your pack off, or have your buddy, or in my case, have my wife, my best friend, grab stuff from the outside. Swiss Miss chocolate didn't make it back into the food bag. Got some wipes. I don't know about you, but you spend 3 or 4 days in the woods. Wipes are nice. You can clean your pits, you can clean your bits. Can't say enough good things about that. Here's a corduroy pant leg my wife sewed into a little bag that keeps my mosquito hammock net. Alright. Emergency blanket. Didn't end up using it, but then again, didn't have any emergencies. Some extra aluminum foil. Didn't need it, but nice to have. In this dry bag is my Catadine Camp water filter. Can't say enough good things about it. I know the replacement filters are 40 bucks. I don't care. I get 150 gallons through it, so be it. That's like 3 trips out in the woods with myself and my wife. It's worth every penny. Not to have to boil. By myself, I don't take it. I can boil water. It's not an issue. But I'm with my wife. I want her to enjoy herself. And that, at the end of the day, is the most important thing. Okay? Hammock. It's just a hammock, folks. You do another, because there's a little bit more in this kit than what comes with it, but it's a hammock. Little first aid kit. Everybody should have their own first aid kit. I carry enough for myself and my wife so that she doesn't have to carry it, but it's there and accessible. It's all the basics. It's the basics. Okay. Hanging up my tarp. Got some good rope. This is actually sailboat line. Hey, I had 550 paracord break on me this trip. Right in the middle of the night. Snap. Fell on my backside. Land on my boots. 2 feet doesn't sound like a lot, but when you land on your boots in the middle of your back in the middle of the night, you say bad things. Okay? So I'm not carrying it for those purposes anymore. I use this the rest of the trip. It's good stuff. Knife and fork. This is my cook kit. Maybe someday I'll do a video on my cook kit, but this is it. Again, it's in its own little bag my wife made for me. Another little length of green sailboat line. Good stuff. This is my food kit. Ended up bringing more than what I needed. Thought I was going to be out there for another couple of days, but 3 days was what my wife wanted to do. God love her for doing those 3 days with me. Appreciate that tremendously. But I had at least another day's worth of meals. I had a couple more dinners and the breakfast in here. So I like this. I like the way it packs. This is how I keep my food. So that's how I do that. Moving right along. One of the other videos you'll see this. This is my my canvas pullover waterproof rain jacket my wife made for me. Two more things left in the bag. This is my canvas tarp. Okay, got tie outs on it. Waterproofed it. It's heavy. It's heavy. It's, I don't know. It's 4 or 5 pounds, maybe more. I haven't weighed it, but it's not light. But it's not gonna rip. And then the last thing in my bag is my little drill. Okay. Inside of that, 7-gallon Office Depot office supply trash bucket. Not original. This is not my idea. You go on YouTube, you know who thought of this or who put this on. It's a beautiful idea. You can sit on it. You can attach a cutting board and cut on it. You can carry water with it. You can carry firewood with it. It's good stuff. The last thing in there is my mat. My mat goes from the back of my head to the back of my knees. That's all I need. I'm not worried about my feet. My feet don't get cold. I wear 2 pairs of socks and I wrap my wool blanket correctly so my feet don't get cold. And then on the outside, on the back side, one last thing. And I'll shut it down. Look. This was made in Rockford, Illinois. My home state. I've been using these hammers when I framed houses. It's a camp axe. It's a sharp tool that does its job. It doesn't break. I don't have any complaints on it. That's what I carried in my pack. That's what I brought back. Maybe I'll do another video on what I didn't need. But everything that's here I used, with the exception of the needle nose pliers. And I even ended up using a Band-Aid out of the first aid kit. So that's my kit. That's why I carry it. Everything has a purpose. Everything has more than one purpose. I appreciate you taking the time to watch this video and let me know what you think. Look at you the next one.